What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Mana for the Soul. I'm Nilam.
I'm Ronica.
And I'm Amira.
And today we're making butterfly jerk chicken.
Yes, this is so delicious. We have so many ingredients here and it's fire.
I'm so excited. I haven't done the butterfly thing before.
So you're in for a treat.
Let's get into it. Okay, so what ingredients do we have here?
Okay, we have our organic drumsticks, green onion, olive oil, vinegar, cilantro, green bell pepper, red bell pepper, lemon, lime, garlic, white onion, ginger.
Yeah, so much. And to go further, we have thyme. You always have to have thyme. We have scotch bonnet, but if you can't find scotch bonnet, you could get habaneros as well. Now for all the spices. There's a lot going on here, but we have salt, cayenne pepper, paprika, smoked paprika. We have our black pepper. We have our ground allspice as well as whole allspice. When it comes to jerk, you always have to have allspice, also known as pimento peppers.
Oh, I thought that was peppercorns.
No, this is pimento.
Oh my gosh.
You can smell it. It smells different.
Whoa.
You smell it? Yeah, so that's key for jerk. Garlic powder, onion powder, brown sugar. We have, of course, jerk seasoning. Yes, we have all these seasoning, but you gotta have some like authentic jerk seasoning as well. So Jamaican jerk joy, we're gonna bring that joy in. We have baking powder, the baking powder and cornstarch. That's something key towards the end. So you wanna watch the whole video to see what we're gonna do with that. Since we're actually making this in the oven, what we're gonna actually use is liquid smoke, and we have a little bit of browning that we're gonna add to add some color to our dish. And that's it, so let's make it happen. We're gonna actually go ahead and start off by butterflying our legs first, so let's get into that.
All right.
Okay.
So it's time to clean our chicken.
Okay, we're gonna use water, lemon, and vinegar.
And all you're gonna do is in a bowl, fill it up with water, add about a half a cup of vinegar, and about 1 lemon. And once you actually squeeze the lemon, you can actually put the rinds in there as well, and just kind of mix it around and allow that to sit for about maybe 15 minutes. And after that, once it's after 15 minutes, just rinse it off.
And then it'll be nice and clean and ready to butterfly and cook.
Yes.
Okay, so now that our chicken is clean, we are gonna get into our butterfly cuts. We actually have 2 ways to show you how to do so. One's just a standard basic butterfly slice, and then we also have one that's a 4-way. So Mira's gonna do the standard.
The basic.
And then Ronica will show you the 4-way, but let's get into it.
Yeah, so what Amira is doing is going against the bone. She's finding where the bone is and just slicing down the bone straight down. And just do a straight slice, just right around the bone. And not all the way. So when you slice down, don't go all the way down to the skin of the next side. Make sure you just leave a little bit, because it so allows it to actually open up. And then also do the same thing on the other side. So same way, you find wherever the bone is, just closest to the bone, run your knife all the way down, opening it up, not cutting it through, but just down like halfway, so it allows it to actually open up. You see how this looks? It's actually butterflied, and this actually opened up, and this allows the flavor to actually get in. And then the other side will be flat. So that's one method of actually butterflying, and this is great for barbecuing and grilling and baking, because it really gets the flavor in there. Okay, and the next method I'm going to show you is the 4-way, and this actually, what you're going to do is slice down all sides, all 4 ways, and then it actually allows it to have flavor on all sides. So not just 2, on all sides. So that's the first slide. That's all you got to do. Find the next one. Just go slice down. And the next side. Slice down. Just going down to the bone and opening it up.
I just sharpened this knife and it's so much sharper.
There you go. So now we got like all 4 sides actually opened up. So now that just opens up the drumstick to have all the flavor get in between all the meat. Just like that.
Flavor!
It's gonna really penetrate.
Yeah, so we're gonna finish the rest of them and show you the next step. All right, so it's time to add our seasonings. We're gonna pour everything into the bowl, and this is considered our dry rub.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're gonna do is we're allowing the dry rub it, put it in there, kind of make sure it gets all in the meat, rub it in, and while it's actually marinating, we're gonna be putting our wet ingredients together, so this is a perfect time to get this in.
All right, well, I had the question today.
Oh.
Last night, my sister introduced me to this show called The Ultimatum.
Oh.
And it's like couples go on there, and like one of the people want to get married, so they're giving like the other person an ultimatum. But it's weird because there's other couples on there that have the ultimatum, so they start dating other people. So it's like if I gave my man the ultimatum, and then there's a man on there that gave his girl the ultimatum, they'll like date each other, and then you'll date the other people that are like into marriage or whatever. But it's super weird because they're all there. It's a good show, by the way. But
It's definitely entertaining.
they're all there watching their person date other people, which I could never do. What do you think about that?
Never in life.
Never.
Well, no, I was like, I feel like I was yelling at the screen all the time.
No, the mom was yelling at the screen, like, leave her, she's on the street.
Why even? I know I understand the show, and you
Right.
know, but I'm just like, for me, I'm like, the fact that you even have to question and do that is like,
Exactly.
no, because the divorce already happened in your mind. You're not committed. You're
You're not
there.
committed. You're
So-
literally watching two people, and there's only one person that's fully committed.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
So this is what it should look like. You see that? See all the flavors all in between.
Yeah.
We haven't even done a marinade yet. So when we're talking about flavor, it's like straight flavor. And seriously, get some Jamaican jerk joy, because it's just gonna give you that authentic taste.
And it
Like,
smells amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
So now we're just we're gonna put this aside and get our wet ingredients together for the wet marinade.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so now let's get our wet ingredients. So I don't know if you're familiar, if you've heard of green seasoning. So that is big in the Caribbean and throughout, the world. All it is different ingredients, different spices, fresh vegetables that you put in a blender and you blend it up. This you could actually save and reserve, and anytime you're cooking, you could actually add like a tablespoon of it and just adds more flavor. So what Nilam's actually doing, she's putting in the lemon. Amir's chopping up some of the green onions and vegetables, and you don't have to chop it up too small. You're just chopping it up big, Amira.
Okay.
And because we're gonna actually blend it down.
Okay.
And if you don't want it too spicy, add maybe 1 Scotch bonnet. If you want a little extra kick, add some more. But these pack a lot of heat. And so let's just go start putting stuff in. I'm just gonna put about some ginger in there. We're making ours in the oven. You could grill, or you could put it in a barbecue grill, but when it comes to jerk, you have that smoky flavor. So what we're gonna actually do is just put some liquid smoke in there. And all you need is just like a tiny bit, because it's very strong, but that adds you that smoky flavor.
Since we're talking about shows, what are your go-to shows, or what shows do you constantly watch, or whatever?
I don't constantly watch anything because once I watch it once, I'm not going back. But I'm a full-blown anime girl. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I literally watch, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Vinland, Promised Neverland.
Wow.
Have you seen JoJo's Bizarre?
No,
You need to see that one.
really?
Yeah, I love it.
What is it stream on?
I didn't watch it on a streaming service. I watched it like
Online on the yeah.
yeah.
It's so funny. My kids are always so confused because it's like, oh, you guys can't watch this because it's very dark and like scary.
Demon Slayer.
And as a child, when you see cartoons on the screen, you're naturally drawn to it. And
Yeah.
it's just like, no, you guys need to get out.
I really always watch The Office. Like I like to watch that to go to sleep. It really comforts me. And also like Real Housewives, preferably Real Housewives of Orange County, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of New York, Salt Lake City.
I don't really watch a lot of shows. But as of right now, I think the only thing that I was like, oh, I gotta see this is always like Marvel or X-Men.
Ooh,
Anything
yes.
X-Men, like I'm like,
That's like
what happened
Aisha.
next? So Marvel, X-Men, those type of series, like action, like I'm all in it.
That's giving jerk, like the way it
Come on.
looks.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. It's the wet
really
marinade.
good.
That
So
looks great.
if you look at
Smells
this,
good.
yeah. So just
Whoa.
all that. half of it we're gonna put on our chicken. The other half we're reserving to cook down to add as some more flavor.
Okay.
So half of it's going directly into the chicken. What Nilam is doing is just working it into the chicken, working into the legs, and just making sure like all the flavor is all in there. What I would recommend when you're making jerk or anytime you're marinating like chicken, like in this case, overnight is always best. You know what I mean? This is a dish. I mean, we're taking so much time in the seasoning and preparation. Allow that flavor to really get in. So what we're gonna do is we're actually just doing 4 hours because of our time. And then when you're ready, you can start grilling it. Okay, so our chicken has been marinating. Smell it? Yeah. So what we're gonna do is now we're laying it directly into our grill pan here. I like to get some of the marinade and just add some over the chicken because that's, you know, all flavor going in.
Right.
Now what we're gonna do, so earlier we were talking about, you know, the cornstarch and baking powder.
Right.
So what this does is I like to add like a little dusting over the chicken and kind of give it that crispiness. So it's a teaspoon of cornstarch and a teaspoon of baking powder.
Mixed together.
Mixed together, yeah. So then we just kind of use this like as a little duster, and you could just like dust it on. So it's not like in big clumps, right? And I like to personally get both sides, even though one side is roasting first, but I do like to get both sides and make sure there's a little dusting on both. So what we're gonna do is put it 400-degree oven, let this cook, flip it halfway. Now when it comes to chicken, use a thermometer to always make sure it's checked because it's well done. But I like to cook these for about 30 to 35 minutes and flipping them halfway, but always check to make sure they're fully cooked.
Okay.
And then again, at the last few minutes, the last 5 minutes, put it back on broil to get that crispiness on the chicken.
All right.
And while in between the flippingness, take some of that marinade and brush it over when you're flipping it so you are getting more of that flavor in there.
Okay.
All right, so remember we had the leftover marinade that we had left over. We're gonna cook this down. So what you're gonna use is about maybe, what's this, 2 tablespoons of butter. Get that in your pan, you know, coat the pan really well, get that butter in. Always gotta have butter. Now, take your marinade, your green seasoning that we had earlier, and pour that in. Pretty much what we're doing here is just cooking it down because, you know, we have the garlic, the onions, just like it's going to be cooking in the oven. We're cooking this down and pretty much all the water is gone. And then once the water is gone, we add some honey. All right, this is what you want. You want all the water to cook down and turn into this paste, kind of like your crusted salmon.
I know, it reminds me of that.
So we're gonna add some honey. And this is optional, but it just adds more flavor.
And how much was that? Like 3?
That was about 1/4 of a cup. 1/4 of a cup of honey. Yeah.
Y'all better do that.
Look at this color.
It's like caramelizing.
It's caramelizing, the smell. Now, if you don't have honey, you can use brown sugar, but I just prefer the taste of honey. And yeah. So this is great. So we're gonna let this set aside while our chicken finishes up, and then we're gonna basically toss this in the chicken.
Okay.
And get into it.
All right.
Here it comes. So you see how that last 5 minutes of broil,
Yeah, that really did it for me.
right?
Yeah.
So
Falling off the bone, like.
literally falling off the bone. Looks so good.
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
And so Amira has our bowl and we have our sauce. Yeah, our honey sauce. So all you're gonna do is just take it and just directly put it in the bowl. And then as I'm putting it in, Nilam, you wanna just start putting the sauce in there.
Yeah, sure.
Now we just put that in. And literally you just wanna just toss it in this mixture. Just kinda get it, I'll show you. Let me just pick one up and show you. Here you go. See how it's like butterflied? That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Now, all we gotta do is plate.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Oh, that's a pretty plate.
The best part, Time to taste.
Yes.
I'll
Ooh.
get a piece of this one.
Oh, that looks so good. It's like falling off the bone.
Yes. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna get a piece.
It smells so good.
I like that it's butterfly because that flavor is not only on the outside. Did you taste it already?
I'm smelling it.
Mmm. I already smell the allspice. You smell the allspice?
Smell everything. Or no, I just smell good.
Goodness. All right, here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Go
Immediately. Immediately, yes.
That's jerk.
This is amazing.
That's jerk.
And then it's like spicy, flavorful, but it's sweet.
The honey, you could taste the spice, but it's not overwhelming. Like, I don't
You're
know.
literally like, what is going on? Because I want to just grab it and
Yeah, I can't wait to turn the camera off.
Make sure you like.
subscribe.
And comment.
We love
love
y'all.
you.